Welcome to Iceworks in Syosset, New York. We're live on the LI Sports Network as your Farmingdale State College Rams Division II squad gets set to take on Rowan University. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. I will be on the call remotely as I am in Syracuse, New York. Should be a fun one for you here tonight. Got the chance to work out the kinks before hopping on here, so it should be a nice, clean broadcast here today. Now, coming into this matchup, these two teams have faced off just once before, but it didn't exactly go Rowan's way. A 9-1 decision that time around, and just from the jump, it was all Farmingdale all the time. They scored 3 times in the first period. Luke Ferrazzi, Noah Lavoie, and Brendan Dixon really setting the tone early, and they scored 3 goals a period the rest of the way. They scored 3 on the power play late in the game, and one thing to keep an eye on here, because Farmingdale, now you might have noticed some changes from last year. The number one thing being, well, they take less penalties now. Obviously, over 500 penalty minutes in a season, not ideal. This time around, they have the second fewest in their division. Only Fordham has less, with 102 minutes to Farmingdale's 114. And, well, Fordham's at the bottom of the standings, so I think Farmingdale is right where they want to be in terms of penalty minutes and points. Last year, this time around, was Brendan Dixon leading the charge in terms of points. He finished with the most points at the Division II AAU level last year, 38 goals, 50 assists, 88 points in 64 games played. Only Brandon Avazov had more points per game last year at the Division II level, 79 and 17 for Columbia, another LI Sports Network partner. Now this time around, though, Dixon is back. He has 14 points in 6 games, so not too shabby, of course, but leading the charge this season, it's been James Jensen, 6 goals on the year, 11 assists, 17 points. Coincidentally, also leads the team in penalty minutes with 32. Something to keep an eye on there. Luke Richardson's made 8 starts this year. He's been tremendous for this team. 241 saves on the season, 363 GAA, 880 save percentage. And on the other side for Rowan, this is a strong Rowan team. They, as we mentioned, they did lose 9-1 to Farmingdale. There's no beating around the bush with that one. The thing is, they've won all their other games. They're a Division III AAU team. They beat Delaware, they beat Stevens Institute of Technology, and they beat Catholic University. So this is a Rowan team that can make things happen out there. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after playing of our very own national anthem. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Farmingdale State College Rams hockey on the LI Sports Network. on the LI Sports Network. SUNY Farmingdale taking on Rowan University. It's the Rams and the Profs. A fun one for you here tonight. Brendan Dixon in the dot. Wins it forward. Shot right off the bat. It's turned aside, and, well, an early test for Rowan University. And Michael Lees, my apologies, started last game. These two teams played as well. Off the draw, the Profs have it, looking to settle it. Farmingdale gets it, a chance in front that won't go. The Profs nearly get the clear the first time. They get it the second, but they can't handle it, and they're offsides too. An early chance. Ethan Putz' line with the misstep. Carter Callahan, their leading scorer, on this line as well, and should be a fun one here tonight. Your Rams looking for their 7th win of the season, as the faceoff is won back by Nate King. The Rowan gets it deep, but we get another whistle. Faceoff comes back outside. King wins it back, but Farmingdale forces a turnover. They've sent it all the way down. Trying to settle it now, get to work on the cycle. Down low in the zone. Comes back to the point. It's held in by Kevin Manzi. Both teams meeting for the second time this season, as we mentioned, and that one's put in on goal. Reed Facette's line had taken over for the captain Dixon, and now the face-off will come to Michael Leesy's left. This time around, it's Luke LaFata in the dot. First-year players, that one is shot towards the net. A lot of turnover every year in club hockey for Farmingdale. A whole slew of players from East Islip High School this time around. But for now, it's Arthur Merviak on the chase, pursued by William Bonnick. Turnover was forced, driving towards the front. Rams get it back. Play is broken up, but Rams are on sides. Merviak holding it in. Puck comes beneath the goal line. LaFata battling for it. Rams come away with it. Merviak shot from the point. They score! A redirect right in front. And the Rams pick up right where they left off. It's a goal for Luke LaFata. Go to the net, good things happen. That's his 4th of the season for this Rams squad. They lead 1-0. Currently listed on game sheets as Donald Pace. Try and get an update for that for you when we can. Also listed as unassisted though, so despite being on a remote broadcast, we get an icing there. For now, gonna stick with LaFata. We'll update you if that changes. Looks like it's credited to Pace. Also credited to Noah Lavoie on the assist. The shot came from 6, Merviak. But for now, irregardless of who scored, Rams leading 1-0. Bids the Donald pace. That's his third of the season as well. The Profs looking for a clear early. Rams have had 4 of the first 5 shots, and Leasy lost his stick that time. Got it back, but the Rams recovered the puck, and it's covered up yet again. In the dot again. Rams looking to build off their early momentum. They come away with it. Shot from the point goes wide. Shot from the point again. Redirected. It's loose in front. Steered away from danger. Ends up in the left wing corner. Watica battling for it, another first-year player for this Farmingdale State College squad. They were decimated by injuries late last year as we get a whistle here. So a lot of fresh face coming in, a good thing for them. Kevin Manzi to the box. Charles Koskari wins it back. It's a power play for the Profs. Manzi for interference, 2 minutes. Rams battling in the corner. And now a turnover they've forced. It's 2-on-2. Back checkers on the other side as they enter the zone and lose possession. So the Profs retake control early on in this power play. Still struggling to settle it, though, as they dump it in. Now looking to get set. They have it at the point. Walking the line, move to the half wall. One-timer barely went. Luke Richardson has it. And we get a whistle. Face-off is won back by the Rams. They're looking for a clear. Does not look like they'll get it. They have possession now, however. Flipping it up but not out. It's held in at the line. So Rowan gets back to work. Working it around the horn. Cross-ice feed is picked off. Rams flip it up and out. Batted down out of the air. We get a whistle here. So an offensive zone draw. Dixon wins it forward. Ends up being steered out into the corner. Rams on the offensive despite being on the penalty kill. Don Pace's redirect, the only goal of tonight. Rams now on the PK, still trying to kill off that Manzi minor. Rowan with possession. The Profs are holding back now, driving up ice, but unable to really settle it before dumping that one in. And back to another clear. Looks like we're getting back to 5-on-5. Puck comes out to Merviak. Ends up back in the bottom left corner. Neither team really able to settle things down early on. Rams had the early momentum, but that penalty kind of zapped some of it. And now a drop pass from Jensen, a backhand pass to the back door, a backhand shot that's turned aside by Leasy. 14:01 remaining. Taking another look at that goal from earlier on. The shot was from Merviak, so we got that part right. Can't tell the number from that angle, but at the very least, we were 1 for 2, so I'm going to take that most days, even if I'm not calling the game remotely from Syracuse. It's been fun to be here with you for the start of this one as we get icing that time. Officials blowing that one dead as looks like the Profs got caught in a change there and did a deep dive on Rowan before this game and was found in 1923 as the Glassboro Normal School. Goes through about 4 name changes, and their mascot is Woo Roo the Prof, as Merviak's shot is deflected into the netting. Bit of interesting tidbit, and you're actually surprised by the name changes they went through. That we went back and checked how many that Farmingdale had gone through, and well, it was more than 4, to say the least. Rams on top, 1-0 here in the first period. Shot from Merviak was deflected, ended up wide. Comes out to the front, pops up again. So Rams back in control after that early penalty one against Manzi. Shot from the point, turned aside. Rowan on to defensive in the early going here. Comes back out to Merviak. Couldn't hold it in. They get it back, though, entering the zone, carried to the outside. Poke check breaks that one up, and it's deflected out of play again. So a lot of stoppages here following that penalty. Face-off is 1. Rams with possession. Comes back out towards the point. Held in initially. It was LJ Lena that time around. So the Profs will reset, but a turnover force comes out in the slot. A shot that goes over the net. How did that happen? Net moved on the play. Seemed like we were about to get a goal there for Farmingdale, but it just wasn't meant to be here in the opening frame. They've had a lot of chances with those 2 minutes on the kill, which again weren't that were pretty solid for the Rams. They've pretty much been in the driver's seat for the majority of this game. They win the draw, but can't get to work on the cycle. It's a turnover. The Profs have possession. They get the clear. Sent all the way down. Icing was beaten out, but a turnover. LJ Lena picking that one off, sending it up the wall. And we get a whistle here. Looks like a hand pass. A penalty now for the Rams. Chris DeAndrea heading to the box. That puts the Rams back on the penalty kill and makes me regret pointing out the fact they've committed, well, to say the least, fewer penalties than last year when they eclipsed the big 500 mark. Manzi kicked out of the dot. He was in the box on that last one, so it'll be Pace who takes over. Won the draw. They couldn't get the clear. A shot that was redirected ends up in the corner. Rams looking for the clear again. They don't get it initially. They have it now. So 10 seconds in to this Rams PK. And they force Rowan out of the zone. And after Contello left it, the Profs now resetting. They enter the zone. Bonick with it. Moves it to the point. across. Back to the back door for Bonnick. He's forced to spin away from pressure and moves it back around the horn. Shot from the point. That one might have hit the back of the pipe, but back out. This shot turned to the side. It's loose. Now looks like it's covered as they poke at Richardson. Last year, the Rams had 3 goaltenders in a rotation, including Justin DeCero, Michael Mantone. This year, it's really been Luke Richardson taking the role and running with it for the Rams. All the whistles, we still haven't reached the midway mark of the first period. Fast approaching, though. Arthur Merviak, in his second year with the team. Couldn't get the clear that time. Came out to the point. Comes back a shot, and that's gobbled up right in the breadbasket of Richardson, who's made some key stops when called upon. Wasn't called upon earlier in this game, though, and the Rams would like to keep it that way. 11:20 remaining in the first frame. Richardson stopped all 5 shots he's faced. The draw is won by the Rams. They can't get the clear, but a rolling puck after it was deflected. Rowan forced to reset as Candello raced away from pressure. Now a turnover on cross-ice feed. Murphy on the attack. Circling the goal, rolled around the cage, hammered in the corner by 2 profs. Comes back out to the point, a shot redirected. Looks like Leasy might have gotten a piece of it, but Rams content to continue chipping away at it here in the early going. It's 1-0. Farmingdale won the last meeting between these two teams 9-1. Delayed offsides currently. Farmingdale was known for extracurriculars last year, trying to stay out of them this year. They'll take the kill. They're 2 for 2. And the props go back to the drawing board as the Rams look to take possession. Resetting now, shot from the point from the profs is deflected. A chance now, race for the puck. Batting at it, carrying it to the outside. The Rams had possession, but lost it. Profs now looking for a clear. Rams end up with control. But a turnover here, a chance coming in. Forehand, backhand. But Richardson. My, oh my. It's a 1-0 hockey game, and you have to thank Luke Richardson after a nearly disastrous turnover, I should say, by the Rams. It was Nate King coming in. Had a chance to make a big-time play. Wasn't able to do so that time. It's one back to the point. Shot redirected, ends up beneath the goal line. So the Rams, hot start. They're now looking to settle back down as it's kept in the zone. Back in the corner. Farmingdale stake. It's turnover, shot saved by Richardson. Still looking to get that clear. They do. It's carried in 2-on-2, dished across back to the center. Play is broken up. Net comes off as some extracurriculars pop up again. We'll let the officials sort this one out. Remind you to follow the @LI Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Exciting 1-0 hockey game here in Syosset. The Iceworks, the former practice facility of the New York Islanders. Faceoff comes outside the zone. No call on the play, of course, and as Brendan Dick felt along the blue line. No team in this league likes each other, but you like them less when you lose 9-1, and now the Rams have the task of settling back down as that one's off sides. So it's Brendan Dixon. Comes away with it, a face-off win for Ferrara. There are some connectivity issues, so apologies for any choppy commentary on our part. Rams currently resetting. It's a 1-0 hockey game. Here in Syosset, Dixon on the attack. He forces it free, driving into the corner, sent it towards the front, but it was deflected. He dropped his stick. He heads to the bench. Merviak can't hold it. A chance now for Rowan if they hurry. But kept to the outside. Dixon with a new twig in hand. Had it, lost it. Merviak got it back. But Rowan collects the loose puck along the wall. It comes to the point, a shot that's gloved by Richardson, and it was going to be hard for Farmingdale to live up to a 9-1 victory. The assumption coming into tonight was that the margin would be a little bit closer against a team that has only lost one game so far this season. Christopher Deneen wins it back. Rowan has been dominating in the face-off circle as that shot was blocked. Farmingdale looking for a clear, but weren't able to get it initially. They get it the second time, but they don't maintain possession. Ended up going off of Leasy. Both teams still battling for it. Luke Ferrazzi, on the attack, trying to fish that one out of there. He does, but it comes straight to Rowan. And Manzi forced to rescue it, sends it across the ice. And the Profs say thank you very much. Come in and take a shot. This blocker to side, punched out by Richardson. Then a turnover in the slot, another shot, and they score. Quinn Dodlin, his third of the season. It's 1-1. Turnovers proving costly here for Farmingdale. They had a chance to get the clear, but the rolling puck couldn't be settled. And Dodlin, with the quick shot, beats Richardson low glove side. And you can't ask more of your netminder than the Rams have. Richardson has faced 12 shots already tonight. Multiple high danger chances, and now the Rams trying to settle down. Shot goes well wide of the net. Whipped around the wall and out of play. We get another whistle. Officials gesturing to the Rowan zone. Face-off will come to the left of Leasy, who was tested early, but has gotten a bit of a break. A couple power play opportunities that Rowan wasn't able to cash in on before finally breaking through at even strength. They tried to carry it forward, couldn't. Shot from the point, ends up caroming off the end boards. Facette couldn't get it. Shot from Lena turned aside, bouncing off the defender. Farmingdale has a golden chance to capitalize, but unable to do so. Lena, again from the point, this time opts to dump it into the corner. Ends up with Ferrazzi, who blows a tire. Rams now trying to reset and retake the lead if things go their way. Past the back door, good stick in the slot for Rowan. So LJ Lena will reset, pursued by none other than Will Bonick. Off the wall. Skating into it was Lena, but he was offside, so we had to check up. Was unable to do so. We get a whistle and a stoppage. It's a 1-1 hockey game here in Syosset. It's the Rams and the Profs. LaFada in the dot, wins it back. Rams reset, and LaFada has been centering this line as that shot was gloved but not grasped by the netminder. Rams now sending it towards the slot, comes out to the point. Another shot nearly tipped, but unable to capitalize. And we get a whistle. Leasy had a couple key stops there, but worth mentioning that LaFonda has been centering this line that was out on the ice, so it took a while, but gonna assume that he actually was the one who scored that first goal for Farmingdale. Delayed offsides after a clear by Rowan. But they aren't able to get clean possession of it. You've seen them throw it off the wall a couple times, but now a turnover by LaFonda, walking in, a shot. Looks like that was shouldered aside by Richardson. Rams with possession, currently trying to get settled. Looking for a clear. They get it out of the zone, but the Profs get possession. Good backhand there to reset from Koskari. Ends up back in the zone. Richardson settles it. Koskari on the forecheck. Rams with possession, heading up ice. It was all Farmingdale all the time early on, and now a race to the puck is won by the Rams. They send it towards the front. They were able to capitalize initially. Koskari on the back check. He's been everywhere on this shift. Rams get it at the point. Shot is deflected, loose in the slot, and it looks like it's been sent all the way down. But the icing, the race to the puck was won by Joey. It looks like that was Mariaro, the East Brunswick native, for Rowan. The Battle of Long Island in New Jersey here tonight in Syosset. 4:25 on the clock, 10:12 p.m. An exciting night of AAU college hockey. But right now on the ice, these two teams jousting for it, and it comes to a standstill. The officials blow it dead. So both teams will try again. Mateus Ferrara wins that one back. Shot from the point, kicked aside by Richardson. Rebound popped out. Rams now in transition. With possession, it's Pace to the slot. A shot that rolls wide. Now carrying it around. Resetting. Pace to the corner. Looking to slide it to the point. Play was broken up. Pace recovers it. His pass cross ice. Wanted Colin Cross. Ended up being a turnover. Rams recovered in the neutral zone. Trying to dump it back in. No such luck. And now another chance, this time for Ferrara. Just a basket catch for Richardson here tonight. And shots are 14-12 in favor of Rowan. Farmingdale State College last time around, well, they ended up out shooting Rowan 61-33. So for the Rams, you're hoping that you can find that level of play yet again, as that shot is tipped wide off the stick of Marioa. Turnover in the slot again, firing it off. Bit of friendly fire there for the Rams, shooting it off a forward in the slot, and now they have to reset in their own zone. Marrero and Ferrara both giving Farmingdale trouble in their own zone so far here tonight. Here's Nick DeAndrea on it, unable to settle it, pokes it into the corner. James Jensen on it. Shot from an off angle is stopped by Lisi. We got a quick look at it here. Good work by Jensen. And as we return from that replay, a chance now in transition. Coming into on one, a big defensive stop for Kevin Manzi. Just about the only defenseman you see, at the very least, in the Empire Division II Conference, who will also take faceoffs. He lined up a lot at center last year. Here's a chance for Dixon. His shot's deflected. So a stop for Manzi on one end, Dixon on the other, stopped in turn, and now a whistle here, and we're going to see. Might have been off size, but we'll have to. Oh, looks like Farmingdale's going on the power play. John Shannon, the Marlton, New Jersey native, to the box, and You'll notice as soon as the camera turns that that's around when I figure out whether or not that's a penalty. But a shot from the outside right off the bat. Turned aside by Leasy. Attempted clear is held in by Farmingdale. They'll reset. Getting set in an umbrella. Pass to the back door. Shot towards the front. It's loose. Free. Poking at it. Jousting for it. We'll get a whistle. It looks like Leasy's got that one as the Rams are on the defensive. Or rather, putting Rowan on the defensive, excuse me. Power play is over. James Jensen, we mentioned he led the team in penalty minutes before, also leads them in points. Offsetting penalties, I believe, as David Groon heads to the box for the Profs. So as you might imagine with the offsetting penalties, Farmingdale doesn't lose their power play, something that was on the minds of a lot of fans, especially after Rowan clawed their way back into this game after giving up an early goal. Off the draw, Rams maintain possession, but a turnover. And another turnover, Rams have it. Shot is deflected, caromming off the glass that time, and neither team really able to settle down and get back into the flow. Play was broken up. Sent all the way down now. Richardson comes out to play it. Ends up settling it. First. He inches his way up. Wide hands to create some time and spaces. The Rams try and force this penalty kill to collapse. Dixon's pass ends up missing its intended target. On the cycle into the corner. And now Rowan trying to force a change of possession. Riberich out on it. Moves it to the point. Farazi across. Play is broken up. Shot. Turned aside. It's a 1-1 game. 30 seconds remaining on this power play as Farazi inches in. Across. Trying to reset from the outside. Play is broken up again. Rams on the power play trying to retake the lead. That shot's blockered aside. Off angle, net comes off, and we get a whistle here. 14 seconds remaining on this power play. 47.6 on the clock here in Syosset, New York. You're watching Farmingdale State College Rams hockey on the LI Sports Network, the official AAU college hockey partner of SUNY Farmingdale. Face-off comes to the right of Leasy, and they'll be getting some stick taps as they head to the dressing room. If they head to the dressing room, tied 1-1. Rowan looking for a clear, held in initially. Rifled out of the zone. That'll about do it for the power play. Rams reset. Still 30 seconds on the clock. It might be 5-on-5, but still some time to make something happen here as Manzi sent tumbling to the ice. Gets a chance here. Shot. It's turned aside, and my apologies, that was 23, not 22. That Marco Malandrucolo there. Just one goal on the season, 9 games played, and a bit of a surprise given his last campaign for Farmingdale last year. Just career year. At one point was averaging a point per game as Merviak tried to hold it in, managed to. Lafata tried to move that one along, but just not enough on it. The Profs with one last chance, sent towards the slot. Richardson gets a glove on it as we inch towards the close of this period. Face-off tied up. Shot on goal to end the period. Luke Richardson, the unlikely story after one. Rams narrowly escaped the lead in shots. They don't have the lead on the board. Richardson's 14 saves, a key factor here as he tries to outduel Rowan's Michael Leasy. Heading to the intermission on the LI Sports Network, your home for all Farmingdale State College Rams action. D2 tied with Rowan, 1-1. And we're back on the LI Sports Network. 1-1 game between Farmingdale and Rowan. Coming into tonight's matchup, Farmingdale, well, they'd seen Rowan before. They had beaten the Profs in a dominating 9-1 showing in their first meeting of the season, but tonight has not gone the same way. They scored early, the goal being credited to Donald Pace, the shot coming from Arthur Merviak. But nonetheless, after that, things went wrong for the Rams. They were unable to retake control of the game. They did not dominate the way they did at Hollydale Ice Arena last time around, and they're coming off a win last night. That could be part of it, but 20 minutes on the board, Luke Richardson looks strong in goal, and on the other side, a Rowan University team that's energized, looking to settle the score. Michael Leasy in between the pipes had a strong first period, 4-1 on the season. Came in with a .905 save percentage, and that's despite the 9-1 game in which Farmingdale rifled off about 60 shots. Dixon and Jensen looking to set the tone here early, but the face-off is won yet again by Chris Deneen and Rowan. Rams managed to recover it initially. Battle for possession. Along the wall, it's dumped in by Jensen. Logan Donnelly on it. Turnover forced, a shot turned aside by Leasy. Rebound skipped out in the left wing corner. Comes back out towards center. The Rams looking to recover. Instead, it's a turnover. Rowan has it. Rams trying to settle to get it back. Comes towards Jensen. He collects it off the wall and wanted Nick D'Alessandro. Rowan broke it up. A chance for Dixon. His shot's denied. Rams going D to D. Michael D'Alessandro this time shot caroms off the end boards. Whipped around the wall. Rams, Merviak can't hold it in. It's a 2-on-1 break. Looking for the pass across. They can't find it. And Richardson gets taken down by his own man. Trying to defend that pass. We get a whistle. It's 1-1. But this is an interesting way to defend this. And Michael D'Alessandro gets caught skating backwards to catch up and just ends up rolling out of control, basically. Just crashes into his netminder. And the important thing is the Rams didn't get scored on. You have to imagine this coaching staff would like to not get scored on in a more graceful way, but nonetheless, Luke Richardson's okay. So is Michael D'Alessandro, and now the Rams will look to retake the lead as we get a whistle here. Two quick whistles in a span of about 8 seconds. 18:53 on the clock here in Syosset, New York. Jack Ziskin with you on the LI Sports Network, the official partner of SUNY Farmingdale. Face-off is won by Rowan, a recurring theme throughout the first and second period. Shot from the point ends up redirected out of play. Exciting night of AAU college hockey. FSC looking for their 7th win of the season. Draws one back. Shot from the point by Rowan ends up being covered by Richardson after trick off his pad. Face-off won by Farmingdale. Whipped around the wall yet again, but Rowan, possession's 9/10 of the law, and they've had it. And it starts in the face-off circle. Turnover on an attempted clear. Rams trying to recover it as Rowan works around the horn. A shot off the pad of Richardson. Really got a lot of pop off his pad. Now stretching the ice. Rams unable to maintain possession. Rowan looking to reset. Looking for the clear on that side. Big Ryan Robertson for Rowan. Unable to get it the first time. Second time, clear wouldn't go, but the shot goes well wide of its intended target, off the stick of Michael Malandrucolo. Malandrucolo and D'Alessandro brothers, 2 sets on this team for Farmingdale. Rams holding the line momentarily. Unable to maintain possession. It goes all the way down. That was deflected, or at least that's what the Rowan bench thought, but icing is the call. We head all the way back down. Face-off comes to the left of Lizzie. He's been peppered here tonight, but both netminders have been. $18 shots for Rowan, 20 for Farmingdale. Just 2 goals, 1 apiece. Off the draw, Farmingdale State trying to get set, but just unable to get to work there. And now a turnover, a chance here in neutral. Rams, LJ Lena sending it back up the strong side. So the props reset, but a pass off the wall goes awry. A chance now for Farmingdale State. That shot off the stick of Chris DeAndrea was gloved. LaFata in the dot, flanked by DeAndrea. Ends up beneath the goal line. LaFata sent it down to the ice. Just bullied off the puck that time. Rams trying to recover. Noah Lavoie gets it, carries it towards the center, tried to make a pass, was unable to get much on that. LaFata's line was out for the goal earlier in the match. They were a force early, and now LJ Lena on the keep. It's held in by Farmingdale State College. Another shot, that one trying to test Leasy, who's really settled into this game, and key chance there, managing to battle through. LJ Lena kept his man in front of him, that man being Nate King, but not much happening there. Some extracurriculars now. Officials trying to break this one up as these 2 teams exchange pleasantries. So the face-off comes to the left of Richardson. It's won by the Profs, and it's Aiden Koskari who gets to work on the cycle, trying to move that one along. Rams looking to force a turnover. They get it. Cross trying to send that one up towards. It's broken up. Rams have the clear, but they don't have possession. Both teams battling now to get set. Big hit in open ice in the neutral zone. Farmingdale State College tries to send it the other way. Still 1-1 between these 2 teams. Held in at the line by D'Alessandro. We get a whistle here as it's covered up by Leasy. .22 on the clock as your Rams take on the Rowan University Props. Chris Deneen in the dot against Brendan Dixon, and Deneen's had his number all night. He gets kicked out, maybe a favorable turn of events, and Dixon ended up winning it. Rams unable to capitalize, however. It was Nicholas Flitter that time, as the Rams now reset. In the slot, Dixon's shot is deflected, comes out into the corner. So the Profs reset, trying to get it clear. They battled through 2-on-1 if they hurry. Dixon on the back check takes that away as a shot is punched out by the blocker of Richardson. Both teams still battling for possession. They get the clear, but the Rams don't have possession. Ends up back in their own zone, and just a game of ping pong, both teams volleying it back and forth. And as they enter the zone, another chance, this time for Flitter, turned aside by Richardson. And this is a Farmingdale State team that expects excellence. And when you set lofty expectations for your program, the demands are high. Right now it's 1-1, and they're still trying to battle to get back in it. We have a Ram, and looked like we had a Ram in the penalty box there momentarily, as off the draw, Rowan has possession towards the front. Farmingdale State College has possession. They're driving down the left wing. Thunderous hit along the wall. Not sure who got the worst of it. But nonetheless, the Profs heading back up ice, 2-on-2, trying to dangle past one defender. Blown tire there on the play. Still battling for possession after Bonnick's rush. Rams move it up ice. Another thunderous hit along the wall. LJ Lena getting the worst of one. Dumped back in by Reed Facette. After entering the zone, it leaves just as quickly. It's been the story of this second period. A lot of physicality and not much else. Both teams battling along the wall. Some extracurriculars that end up not getting out of hand. And then they do. We're just going to let the officials sort this one out because this game's been getting chippy. You're watching AAU College Hockey on the LI Sports Network. Don't forget to follow the LI Sports Network for more Farmingdale State College Rams content. Proud to be the official partner of Rams AAU Hockey. You see it here, just a lot of physicality in the corner there, and, well, they took exception to it. Two wrongs don't make a right, so the Rams end up going to the PK. We'll see what the official calls. We saw some offsetting calls earlier with Jensen and Grun. First penalty of this second period. 3 penalties assessed to Farmingdale in the first, two to Rowan in the first. Cross-checking is the call, so it looks like a 2-minute minor to Kevin Manzi. A key penalty killer for this Farmingdale State squad. One of the few AAU players you'll see slide between forward and defense, much less center and defense. Some conversations in the face-off circle between the officials, players. Aiden Koskari in the dot for the Profs. So the battle of wills here in Syosset. Whichever team blinks first might well lose the game. A Rowan team looking to get even against a Rams squad trying to keep their momentum alive after last night's win. Came to the slot, a shot turned aside by Richardson. It's still loose, blocked as he was sprawled out on the ice. Comes back towards the slot. It's deflected. Rams eventually pitch that one out of there. And they survive, and we get a whistle here as it comes to the netminder, Leasy. So Farmingdale looks like they're sending another player to the box. Play was blown. Stick came up high. It looks like player who was hit was okay. 1:31 remaining. Stick got him under the cage. That is at least our assumption. So again, calling this game remotely from Syracuse, New York, so Trying to work out things between myself and the broadcast crew in Syosset. Jack Ziskin with you on the 1-1 hockey game here. It's the Rams and the Profs, with the latter having possession and looking for a clear. And as it stands, another clear for Farmingdale State College. And now racing up ice with possession. Patrick Candello to the outside, moving it to his backhand, has it knocked free. 5-on-4, under a minute remaining on the power play. As that one comes to the point, a turnover is forced, and a bit of a tie-up there between Logan Donnelly and Farmingdale's Marco Malandrucolo. Despite the excitement, Rams didn't get a chance, but more importantly, Rowan forced to reset in their own zone yet again by the Rams. Tyler Wadika trying to force a turnover that time, ended up being a flyby. Back on defensive now. Puck leaves the zone again on an errant pass to the Profs, scrambling to reset, make the most of these final 10 seconds on the kill, but a turnover there by the Rams gives that chance. A shot turned aside by Richardson. Farmingdale slings it up ice, delayed off sides. They tried to touch up, were unable to, but a 3-on-1 now. Wadika towards center, but it's on the backhand of Lavoie. Ace now on the attack, trying to settle it. Comes to Lavoie still, shot turned aside by Leasy. On the cycle, Pace racing after it. Gets the better of that battle on the wall. Good legal check against Brandell, who ended up knocking himself in some respects into the boards. Rams resetting. Dump and chase hockey here. Delayed penalty as they touch up, and looks like Farmingdale back to the kill. 10:22 remaining, and correction, might have just been delayed off sides. Bit confusing there because it seemed the puck didn't cross the blue line, at least from my vantage point here in Syracuse, New York. Far be it from me to question the on-ice officials. On the attack now, Rowan. Rams get it back. Chance in transition here, carrying to the outside, forehand, backhand. But if it was on net, there wasn't much on it, and the Rams have to reset. A good chance there for Chris DeAndrea nonetheless. Looking to answer back, it's Rowan. Dancing to the outside, Murphy takes his man down as he tried to fly by him. Tony Brandell sent tumbling to the ice. Now a 2-on-1 opportunity. DeAndrea across, shot. It's turned aside by Leasy. Puck is loose. We get a whistle. Net is off. 9:46 remaining in the second period. Farmingdale started to pick up the pace in transition, creating some chances. And you have to imagine that at some point, one of them will finally go in, and you have to hand it to Leasy. He's made 24 stops, and on the other side, Richardson's been very good as well. 22 stops in this game. That one ended up on net, poked out into the corner. Steered away from danger, but ends up back at the point. So the Rams retake possession. Shot from the point ends up being redirected, ends up back in the corner. Errant pass. Farmingdale resets. Stick lift in neutral. That ends up right at the play. Comes to Dixon. He walks in, shot in the breadbasket. A golden chance for Farmingdale, and pushing and shoving in front of the net. Dixon back in the dot, had a golden opportunity there. fired right into the chest of Leasy. And he loses the throw that time to Ferrara. Nearly cleared out of the zone. Farmingdale does a good job keeping it in, but now trying to get it settled. Jensen in the corner. Absorbs contact as he moved it along, but the puck ends up back with the Profs, held in at the line. Rams still battling for it, pushing their way forward. Comes back out. Sent all the way down for icing, so 8:41 remaining in the second period. It's hard to believe just a couple minutes have passed, but it's been an eventful game to say the least. Reed Facette winning it back to the point. Shot trickles through, pops out, and now out of the zone. Farmingdale recovers in neutral. Nick D'Andrea pushing it forward. Ends up forcing it into the right wing corner. Still looking for it. Reverse to the weak side that time and jousting for it along the wall. Rowan comes away with it. But Farmingdale forces them back into their own end. And now a shot from the outside that's deflected in the slot. It's flipped up and out. Goes all the way down for icing. Tyler Wadika in the dot, unable to win it. Colin Cross, however, pushes forward. Comes to Wadika, his shot off the back of the net. We get a whistle here. Fans are reminded to follow the AAU Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all the latest Farmingdale State College Rams content. Wadika in the dot again. Wins it back, a shot from Cross. Made its way through into the opposite corner. Now resetting beneath the goal line. But Rowan forcing a turnover, getting their sticks in the passing lanes. They now dump it in. Ryan Robertson that time, he's now on the forecheck. Collects it for Rowan University. Comes back out to the point. Resetting along the wall. Ends up in the left wing corner. Farmingdale flips it up. It comes out. Race for the puck is won by Rowan. Neither team able to settle it, and a diving play to try and secure it falls flat. Bonnick had it. We get another whistle here. Well, Rowan, they've been in a lot of tight games this year, just 4-1 as we mentioned. And despite that, well, despite the 8-goal loss to Farmingdale, so they have that +4 goal differential, but won their season opener against Delaware by 2, and if not for a couple games against Stevens Institute of Technology and Catholic University, they'd be still trying to claw their way out of that negative goal differential. And finally, they get it out of the zone. The Rams have a chance. It's a breakaway coming in. Forehand backhand. Leasy gets the stop. And just when it seems like Farmingdale's finally got something going for them in this second period, a golden opportunity here. Forehand backhand, but You have to hand it to Leasy. He hasn't given them much tonight. Came in with a 905 save percentage to stop 27 of 28. His GAA is only over 3 because that early loss to Farmingdale this season. The Profs have possession, looking for the clear. Farmingdale gets it, shot from the slot. It's turned aside. Leasy falling to his back, trying to make sure he had it. And you keep thinking that if Farmingdale gets these chances, they're going to find the back of the net. But the way Leasy's played, it's no guarantee. And they've got to get more shots on that. They got to create more traffic. And Farazi's shot there, a good opportunity, a good chance as they try and settle in and take back control of this game. Face-off is one back. That was Deneen, and now looking up ice, correction, King. It's a 2-on-2 opportunity. He's forced to the outside. Sent it towards the slot, bounced off a couple skates. Farmingdale the other direction. Lavoie trying to split the defense. Levy comes out of his net, and the shot. We get a whistle there. Leasy, excuse me. Leasy was nearly run over by his own man, and as Farmingdale went to fire for the open net, officials blew it dead. Faceoff's coming outside. Looks like the net might have been knocked off, but nonetheless, could have been contact between Lavoie and the defender before Leasy was nearly run over, but nonetheless, we play on. Malandrucolo around the wall. That's Marco Malandrucolo. 3-on-2, back check. Breaks that one up. Puck was lost by LaFotta, and as he looked for it in his feet, Chris DeAndrea carried it into the corner, got knocked down by 2 defenders. It's held in at the point. Trying to walk in that time. Turnover by Farmingdale. 1-on-1 now. Coming in. Toe drag to the outside, backhand towards the slot. It's loose, it's free. Shot turned aside by Richardson. It's still loose. Another shot turned aside by Richardson. Michael Malandrucolo back on that one. Has it now in the corner. Spinning away from pressure. King cutting him off as it's thrown to the opposite side. Rolled out of the zone that time. And fired back in by Rowan. They look to get back to work. It was David Groon that time. DeAndrea was looking for the stretch pass, didn't get it. Now heading the other way, Tony Brandel, who also can't settle it. Nice spin away from pressure. Puck comes up and out of the zone initially, and now a chance. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Dancing in 1-on-0, forehand, backhand. Turned aside by Leasy. It's still loose. And just running out of real estate there in front as a shot from the point from Michael D'Alessandro turned aside. Rams reset. Another opportunity. And they just keep getting stonewalled by Leasy. Big play in neutral by Jensen, knocking it free. It's been a battle between Michael Leasy and Luke Richardson. That one's blown dead for icing. Leasy has made 30 saves, Richardson 25 for your Farmingdale State College Rams. The goal earlier in the game from Quinn Dordulen. That was assisted by Chris Deneen, so since then it's been not much offense here. Well, no offense here in Syosset. Rams looking to reset. Another chance, 2-on-1 Jensen towards center. It's deflected. The Rams power forward that time. Couldn't thread the needle. Comes out to the point. That one's deflected. Jensen gets a chance in front. Chasing after it. Knocks it free. Dixon had it momentarily. Came back to Jensen. Backhanded across. A shot towards the slot. And now resetting. Wraparound attempt turned aside. Rebound attempt also turned aside. It comes out of the zone. Michael D'Alessandro on it. As the Rams press late in the second period. Dancing in, shot from his knees. Jensen denied by Deneen. It was thrown towards the front score. Farmingdale breaks through. A big celebration. And it's Nick D'Alessandro. Makes it 2-1 Rams. We'll roll the replay. James Jensen, he's been all over the ice this shift, trying to will his team back into the lead. And in the end, it's Nick D'Alessandro. His third goal through 6 games, averaging a point per game this season after a tremendous 23-24 campaign, which he also averaged a point per game. So the Rams are back out in front. And now a 2-on-2, Tyler Watt on the outside. His shot ends up going well wide. James Jensen, Brendan Dixon credited with the assists on that last one, as iced by Rowan. So Donald Pace opened the scoring just under 2 minutes into this first period. We saw Quinn Daudelin tie it up just about 10 minutes later. Since then, the game has been scoreless. So all in all, we'd seen about 25 minutes of scoreless hockey. Exciting hockey, but scoreless nonetheless, before the Rams finally broke through. Farmingdale at the point, D to D. Pass was deflected, and now a chance heading the other way with speed. They have numbers if they hurry. A shot from the outside, paddled aside by Richardson. Rowan still has possession, though. As it comes towards Richardson, he gets the cover, and it's been a close one here. Nice shot from the outside. Richardson holding his pipe, using his big frame to hold the line on that shot from Joseph Marrero. Marrero's shot has been a weapon here tonight, but once again, it's been more of a goaltending matchup than anything else. A lot of shots so far. Nearly 60 between these two squads, as many as you might see after 3 periods in some games. Stick got knocked free there. Dancing away from pressure, it's Condello. Backhand pass to the point. Rams nearly break it up, but McGuire holds it in. And now worked weak side, sent towards the front by Groon. Rams looking for the clear. They get it. It's 1-on-1. Heading up ice. Now it's 2-on-1. Back checker with them. Pulling up a shot that ramps off the defender's stick. Off the wall. Held in by Lena. He threw it towards the slot. Under 2 minutes remaining. LJ Lena helps hold it in. A shot turned aside through traffic. Thrown out of the zone. A breakaway opportunity, but it ends up with Richardson, who covers it. Will Bonick, excuse me. It's all New Jersey all the time for Rowan University. Every player on this roster from New Jersey, and it's a real battle between New Jersey and Long Island here tonight. It's the Profs and the Rams. Approaching the final minute of the period as Farmingdale tries to get set for one last run at Leasy before the period expires. Comes out in front. Richardson robs the University from New Jersey blind, and now Farmingdale with a chance heading up ice 3-on-2 against Rowan, but that pass just too far ahead of its intended target. The shot from the point doesn't make its way through. Farmingdale one last run. Still trying to get set, however. It comes back into neutral. Both teams battling for it here tonight. It's a 1-goal game. Farmingdale's Ian Ribberich, or correction, Michael D'Alessandro holding that one in. Rams trying to get to work on the forecheck. Neither team able to get much on it, and they're just trying to run this clock out. They do. After 2, it's 2-1. Your Farmingdale State College Rams retaking the lead. And goal was scored by Nick D'Alessandro, but it doesn't happen without James Jensen, who's made his presence felt here tonight all over the ice. It's 2-1 Rams. Third period coming up after the intermission on the LI Sports Network.
Comfortable? Not really. I'm pretty good.
And we're back here in Syosset. Start of third period action between the Rams and the Profs. Your Farmingdale State College taking a 2-1 lead late in that second period, courtesy of Nick D'Alessandro, assisted by Brendan Dixon and James Jensen. And what do you know it? The top line back out there for the start of the third period, really setting the tone late. But instead, it's the Profs with possession once again. A lot of success in the face-off circle. And as we've seen here tonight, possession is 9/10 of the law. On the defensive, Farmingdale looking for a clear. They muscle their way up but not out of the zone. Nate King with the takeaway. His shot deflected, ends up along the opposite half wall. Both teams battling for it before it leaves the zone. FSC on the attack, trying to get set down low. Comes up to the point, a turnover, a chance. Defense racing back, it's one-on-one. Pulling up shot. Not sure if Richardson got a piece of it. Either way, it's not in the back of the net. Farmingdale maintains their lead, but a strong start to this period for Rowan. Recovering it now, Rams looking for the stretch pass to James Jensen. It's going to go all the way down. We get a whistle for icing. D'Alessandro couldn't thread the needle that time. Jensen turned in to try and find it. By the time he saw the pass coming, it was too late. Well, with the exception of the New York Rangers, it's been a tough night for New York sports. So Farmingdale State College hoping they can make your Saturday night a little more enjoyable, pull out the 2-1 victory. Or maybe a little bit better than that tonight. Blown tire there gives the Rams a chance to secure possession. Not entirely sure what happened there. Facette that time. Pouncing on it as Farmingdale looks to move it to the slot. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Rams on the defensive, as Bonnick blocks that one out. A turnover force on the other side, sent back towards the slot. Farmingdale recovers. A lot of errant passes in this game as it gets more and more physical. Brazzi on the offensive helping to force that one free, and now Pace wanted to move that one to the slot. No such luck. It comes back out towards the point, where Brian Slattery moves it forward. Came back out towards the slot, and now out of the zone, carrying it, and then shoveling it in was Will Bonnick. Slattery leaves it. Rams in transition, heading up ice, dancing left to right across the goal red line before being taken down. They recover, end up dumping it back in. DeAndrea on the attack. Ends up leaving the zone now. Little chip and chase for your Rams. DeAndrea forcing them to throw it up the board. LJ Lena throws it towards the net. Up back to DeAndrea. That's Lena. They into the back door. That pass doesn't connect. Shot from the opposite side won't go. Trying to push right now. Rowan has numbers if they hurry. Rams on the back check, breaking this one up. Ends up beneath the goal line. Nice stick lift there as Farmingdale comes away with a bit of turnover on an errant pass. Led to an opportunity for a shot that didn't end up on goal. Puck comes up but not out. Rams now in transition, 2-on-1. Sent towards the slot, was broken up by a diving defender, and Farmingdale still battling to close this one out. They say a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. Farmingdale can tell you that having a 1-goal lead is no picnic either, and they'd like to add a couple more to close this one out. Wanaka in the dot for the Rams. Tried to win it to the wing. Instead, it's sent up but not out of the zone by Aiden Kane, who just whipped it around the wall. pile up along the boards, both teams battling for it. Ends up coming out, but it's going to be icing. No, waved off. Rams working it up the weak side. Pace ahead for Wadika, but it's just outside of his reach. Sent rolling towards the cage of Richardson. Rams reset. On the attack was Daudelin, the lone goal scorer for this Rowan team, but instead they forced a turnover. Puck comes out of the zone. Daudelin still hasn't gotten a piece of it as the Profs try to reset. Flitter enters, has it taken away as he tried to dance past the defender. A whole lot of flash, not a lot of substance there. They dump and chain, or dump it back in and chase. And now a stretch pass towards the weak side. Well, past the weak side. Icing and early on in first, rather. Welcome all the way back down. Rowan has 3 shots this period. Farmingdale still looking for their first as that one trickles wide. Ends up being covered by a diving Richardson. As we've mentioned, the Rams did play last night. That was a 4-3 win for Fordham. Brendan Dixon scoring the game winner in overtime. So second half of a back-to-back for Farmingdale, just trying to close out with a win. Battle in the left wing corner to the right of Richardson. Rams get it up and out. Puck is all the way down into the other end, but doesn't stay there for long. And Slattery reversing to the weak side. Rams chase. Sent towards the slot, but it comes all the way out for Rowan. So the Profs in transition. Slattery forcing a dump in by none other than Daudelin. Daudelin using his speed to make his presence felt early here as the Rams. James Jensen just content to dump that one in, trying to get to work on the forecheck. Comes out towards the point, slips past the defender. Here's a 2-on-1 for Rowan. And a diving play by the defenseman. Sprawling out to the ice that time. A shot from an off angle. Now the puck comes up, carried out of the zone inadvertently after a turnover by Farmingdale. Rams trying to get a change behind the play as Rowan struggles to just dump it in. Richardson ends up with it. We get a whistle here, and not the start you're looking for if you're the Rams, trying to close out this win here tonight. And face-off is won by Rowan. Puck comes out of the zone, however. They beat out the icing, Farmingdale that is. Comes towards the front, off-angle shot turned aside. Biggest change from last night's game. No Joe Castellano in the lineup. Had 2 goals, 1 assist last night in the win over Fordham. Been a lot of chip and chase to start this period. Farmingdale just whipping it around the wall, and both teams not really managing the puck as well as a coaching staff might like, but the intensity is something the fans love to see, and we've seen a lot of it here tonight. There hasn't been a lot of scoring or a lot of, for lack of a better term, skill shown on the ice. Now entering the zone, it was LaFata who one-hands it across. Wanted to pass back. Instead, it ends up in the left wing corner. Tie up. Support comes to Merviak at the point. And the shot from the outside ends up going wide. A familiar theme for Farmingdale here tonight is Merviak's shot caroms off the end boards. Thrown towards the point, thrown back towards the net, but it's blocked. Second attempt, misses, and it comes back into the left wing corner. Before coming up towards the point, Merviak separates his man from the puck, but not for long. 3-on-2 developing. Rams on the back check, break it up. Puck comes up out of the zone, and now the chance with numbers. They enter. DeAndrea wants it, gets it. Shot goes wide. Net was kicked off, or looked like it was going to get kicked off by the netminder, Lisi. Play continues. From the point, Merviak, his shot looks like it made its way through traffic and ends up, well, you guessed it, beneath the goal line, near the end boards. Turnover on a pass towards the point. Merviak cutting across as Farmingdale manages to separate Ryan Robertson from the puck for a long stretch pass that ends up going all the way down. Looks like Farmingdale got a piece of it, icing waved off that time as David Grun goes for it. Ends up moving it along the wall. Another turnover. A lot of fast-paced transition hockey. Rams with another chance. Cross supporting along the walls. That one's thrown to the point. A shot turned aside, kicked out. Ends up along the left wing half wall. Resetting that time. Koskari just throws it around, goes all the way down. Icing waved off again. We saw a lot of stoppages in the second period, so looks like things are just evening out a little bit here. Thank the hockey gods for that. Is another chance here for Rowan as that one goes to the back door. They can't connect. Golden opportunity for Ferrara if that one gets through. He has it now, hands it off along the wall before it comes back on the cycle. Puck now leaves his own, icing waved off as that one trickles out and pulling up, trying to dance through, separated from the puck, and Rowan has it now, and now it's Deneen who enters the zone along the left wing side. His shot deflected off the glass. Both teams battling for it. Comes out, but unable to capitalize that time was Aiden Koskari. Farmingdale heading the other way. Shot from the outside, turned aside, and can't be covered, but the officials blow the whistle. They assumed that Michael Lisi would get that covered. Can't really blame them for that, in all honesty, as it just slipped out of his hand. Just an odd slide there on the puck. Just went to cover it, ends up pushing it forward inadvertently, and officials, well, they're only human. Can't blame them for assuming that. Should have been covered, in all honesty. Here's Deneen in transition. Fumbles it, falls down, and it's sent. Not sure if we're going to call that a shot, but Quinn Daudelin put it on net. Play was blown dead, and officials pick up the puck, and it's a one-goal game. Daudelin, the lone scorer for Rowan, and on the other side, Nick D'Alessandro and Don Pace credited with the Farmingdale goals. It was Luke LaFata's line out for that first one, and initially called it as Donnie. I should say, my apologies. Carried around beneath the goal line. Puck comes up to the point for Manzi. His shot ends up back in the corner. Deneen looking for it. Another shot from the slot. This one goes wide. Two-on-one now. Shot on net, gobbled up by Richardson. Under 10 minutes remaining. King kicked out of the dot, and the face-off is won by Farmingdale. They get the clear. Carter Callahan was in the draw that time. 2-on-1, but it's offsides. We get another whistle, so after a long stretch of some fast-paced open ice transition hockey, a couple quick whistles here. Another offsides, and just a lot of quick stoppages. Farmingdale pushes it forward off the draw as we approach the 8-minute mark, slowly but surely. Puck came up to the point, it was kept in. Neither team really able to settle it here, and Farmingdale has thrived with less whistles. They've been able to use their speed and size to create chances, and Rowan has more relied on these quick stoppages. They've been so prolific in the face-off circle, but when it gets down to it in open ice, Farmingdale's had an edge. That one comes in. Shot! Turned aside. It's loose in the slot. Looking for it. It ends up beneath the goal line. All the way out. Resetting now. Farmingdale dumps it in. A conservative game plan at this point as they try to hold on and just run this clock out. Another goal would be nice, but a win would be better. Brian Slattery resetting to his defensive partner. Just a lot more careful holding the puck, and even on that zone entry, didn't succeed the first time, but a good job supporting, and that's what allowed them to get that back into the zone. Smart positional hockey, and the Rams playing that right now. Rowan resetting currently. It was Patrick Kandala who had it there. And now DeAndrea enters, fires a shot. Looks like that partially blocked by the defender. A chance now for the Profs in transition. And a shot on goal turned aside. Calls of offsides from the crowd. They don't get it. Farmingdale gets it out of the zone. Rowan chips it back in, but Bonnick on it. The lone Prof out on the ice currently. And now chasing after it, DeAndrea trying to force it free. Gets it back in the corner off the support from Watica. Sent towards the weak side. And they'll reset yet again. It was Koskari that time. He's played a smart game here tonight. And he's been a big part of this team as Richardson covers it up. Rowan going straight to the net even as the whistle was blown, and Farmingdale this one is going to be a nail-biter. It's been clear since the end of the first, but it was hard to predict after that 9-1 thrashing Farmingdale gave the Profs on the road. Shot from the outside, glove flashing the lever there. Had a bit of a windmill there. Face-off comes to the left of the netminder. Watica's still out there against Deneen, and part of the reason for that, he's had some success in the circle, along with Colin Cross, who's supported, has some experience playing center himself. Comes out to the point, that shot ends up on net, and that's what you want if you're Farmingdale. Just smart positional hockey, get the shots from the outside, win puck battles, and close out this game. Watica wins it back, comes to the point. D pass, a turnover here. Koskari that time, but not able to do anything with it. Cross and Watica getting it back for the Rams. Battle along the boards, puck comes out. Resetting at their own blue line now. Flubbed pass initially. Merviak recovers. Ends up dumping that one back in, and now the Profs firing it out towards neutral. More of a flip. And the Rams can't settle it. Sent towards the weak side. Puck ends up beneath the goal line initially, trickling out. Both teams battling for it. Rams came away with it and just not able to maintain possession for long periods of time. Delayed offsides here as Farmingdale eventually gets it out. And just a lot of back and forth play. Both teams' defensemen spending a lot of time with the puck, resetting it, and then it just seems like another turnover in neutral. We start back all over. Another shot, this one gloved by Lazy. You can't blame either netminder, no matter who you're rooting for here tonight. It's been a goaltending battle. That much is certain. Dixon in the dot. Wins it to his right wing, but a turnover forced, and here's a chance for Rowan. A foot race to the puck. Slattery keeps his man to the outside, pokes it free. Sent towards the slot. Dixon picking it off, picking up speed, hands it off. Here's a chance in transition. Trying to get it back to Dixon. It's tied up along the left wing wall, near the blue line. Comes out of the zone. Michael Malandrucolo tying up his man, forcing it free. And there's a whistle and a penalty as a hit is thrown after the whistle. So the Rams have the penalty kill at a crucial time in this game. It's 2-1, and Luke Richardson, who at times has put this game on his shoulders, has to be the Rams' best penalty killer if Farmingdale State College is going to pull out a win. The shots favor Rowan this period, 10-6. Overall in the game, 41-39 in favor of the Rams. Much closer contest than last time. That one sent all the way down to start this penalty kill off. Rowan electing to chip and chase on this power play. Farmingdale just trying to throw it up the wall. That results in a turnover. Comes back to the point now for Rowan. Walking the line for moving it along. Shot from the outside was deflected at the point of release. A shot from outside. Score. And now some extracurriculars. Initially appeared that there was a goal in play. Some extras from Bonnick jumping in there. And we're going to roll the replay on that. And the shot comes from the point, slap shot. It's behind Richardson, or so it seems. The entire roster goes to celebrate, and all of a sudden, you can see the turning around, so they're celebrating the goal, so 2-2 game, and it's hard to imagine a worse turn of events for Farmingdale here. We're going to wait and see what the calls are. Looks like number 27. That's Patrick Condello to the box, and on the other side, it's Michael D'Alessandro for the Rams. So in all likelihood, we're going to return to even strength hockey, but it's now 2-2. 2:41 remaining. Correction, it looks like it's going to 4-on-4. Correction. Approaching the end of the third period. As it stands, this game would require overtime. Rams trying to make some use of a little more open ice as they enter the zone. Working it into the corner. Turnover by Farmingdale. Puck comes out. Potential 2-on-1, but the Rams get it back. Dixon carrying it up ice with DeAndrea. His shot from the outside ends up being collected by DeAndrea, who rolls off the wall, tried to move it back to Dixon. It was on his backhand. Rams trying to reset. But instead, it looks like right now, Rowan's just going to reset. It's still 4-on-4, looking for a zone exit and taking their time, certainly, to get that one out of the zone. And a turnover here, but it's delayed. Looked like it was initially delayed offside. It's called good as that shot is deflected from the outside. Slattery on the offensive, using his speed to win that battle. Carrying it towards the point. Walking in towards the slot. DeAndrea wanted it. It comes back to Slattery. He skates in on the backhand towards the back door. A shot turned aside. Rebound is free. DeAndrea can't get it. Slattery on the back check. A chance here, 1-on-1. And now comes towards the slot. Some tired Rams out on the ice, but fortunately for them, looks like they might have ran into some tired profs. And Farmingdale State College, final minute of regulation, they have possession. Shot from the outside is deflected. Now the Rams reset, moving it to the weak side. Cutting in shot. Blocker to side, then covered. 36 seconds remaining. Face off is one back. Shot flipped out of the zone. Settled and then dumped in by Rowan. Farmingdale gets it out of the zone. Rowan gets it right back into it. Attempted clear is broken up. Second try, no good as well. Coming in, a chance, a shot. Richardson stays in front of it. In the final seconds of regulation, the puck is in the left wing corner, comes back towards the center of the ice. Farmingdale gets it up, out of the zone, and as it stands, we are heading to overtime. Deadlocked at 2 apiece in Syosset. You're watching AAU college hockey on the LI Sports Network. Overtime hockey on the LI Sports Network coming your way. Farmingdale State College, your Rams, taking on Rowan. The opening draw, 3-on-3, and FSC comes away with it. Brendan Dixon handing it off. The Rams enter the zone. Dropped off near the point. Walking in, it was D'Alessandro. Turnover. Dixon now has to race after it. Both teams battling for it, but Farmingdale State College comes away with it. Their leading scorer from last season, Brendan Dixon, resetting it. LJ Lena across for Dixon, who enters the zone. He's got D'Alessandro with him. His shot from the outside is deflected. Nick D'Alessandro racing after. Keeping Rowan behind their net, but as Merviak enters, D'Alessandro the lone forechecker. Dixon hovering in the slot. Merviak at the point, and he'll get it now. Trying to go for the give and go, a turnover. And Rowan flipping it ahead, a potential break. Fumbled by King. Merviak gets back. Has possession now, drops it off for Dixon. Long shift for him, minute 20. Curling away from pressure and dropping it off. Gets it back. Inching up ice. Rams enter the zone now, carried to the outside by Merviak. Sent towards the weak side for Dixon. Loses it, trying to slip past the defender. It's flipped ahead. And the play is broken up on the back check. Dixon gets it back. And now Merviak ahead, across. It's picked off by Nicholas Flitter. The goaltender Richardson comes out to play it. An interesting decision that pays off. And now DeAndrea across. It's broken up by diving Coscuri. And now heading the other way, 2-on-1. A shot turned aside by Richardson. It just hangs there for a second before DeAndrea picks it up. He'll inch up ice. He wants the change. On the other side, he found LJ Lena, who inches in. Towards the front, a chance for Lavoie. He can't capitalize. Still battling for it against Coscuri, who's supported by Shannon. Rams come away with it, looking towards the slot. It comes out. Lavoie, a shot, a save. A big time stop. What a save for Michael Leasy. What a play from Luke Ferrazzi, finding Noah Lavoie as he drifts towards the back door and tried to go 5-hole, but as we've seen all night, Leasy's had that spot covered. Face-off comes to his left. Initially it looked like it was going to be one back by the Rams, but pouncing on it was the Profs. That time it was number 7, Will Banik. Now the Rams looking up ice. Under 2 minutes remaining in overtime. An interesting hit at the blue line. Facette overcoming what looked like an open ice hit check. Gone awry on Billy Hempsch. Rams on the forecheck, trying to force a turnover against Rowan. They flip it out of the zone. They're trying to draw 2 Farmingdale players down low to create opportunities. It nearly works that time, but the back check breaks that one up. It comes back out to the point for Will Banik. Banik moved it over to the right wing side. Got it back, took a shot that went wide. Farmingdale clears it out of the zone. Comes all the way down towards the Rowan zone where Banik will hold it. Hands it off for Logan Donnelly. He moves it on for King. Wanted the give and go. Dixon took it away. Looking to stretch the ice now. Donnelly's shot turned aside by Richardson. Ends up in the left wing corner for King. Turnover forced. Dixon now has it. Receiving the lead pass. Cutting in. Forehand, backhand. Back to his forehand. Holds it. Shot! It goes wide. He knew where he wanted it. Right over the back of Leasy. No such luck. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Farmingdale deadlocked at 2 in overtime. Trying to stretch the ice to Dixon. He nearly turns it over. And a real turnover. Coming in. 1-0. Richardson. The poke check. King doesn't score. What a save for Luke Richardson, and King still looking for his first of the season for Rowan. Sent towards the slot, comes back out towards the point, ends up crossing center ice. The clock will run. It's deadlocked at 2. That is as close to a game-winning goal as any goaltender could have. Of course, that's barring an empty net goal followed by a goal for the other team. So we'd really have to nitpick to that point. What a game for Luke Richardson. It's a tie game, 2-2. Not the ending Farmingdale wanted, but they come out of this weekend with 3 points, 1-0-1. A great game here at Syosset. Luke Richardson, a dominant campaign for him, a statement campaign for him. And you got to catch it all live on the @LI Sports Network. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all the latest Farmingdale State College Rams highlights. And those of you watching from Rowan, hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And with that being said, on behalf of the entire broadcast team, we'd like to thank Farmingdale AAU Hockey, are proud to be their broadcast partners, and we hope everyone has a great night. Final score 2-2, a tie between Rowan and Farmingdale.